evening, all. Another chat draft here with Ryan. It is the new set of Zendikar Rising. This is our first pack, so it's a draft plus play. I'm second in the line to play Ryan. So this deck has got quite a lot of interesting white cards in. Expedition Healer is going to work out to be a great common. 2/2 Vigi gets lifelink with another cleric. Shepherd of Heroes is great against aggro decks to stabilize. The Rapt is great for landfall. And Sajiri Shelter is protection plus land, which is very good. So lots and lots of white in that pack. Inscription is good. Getting to 8 mana to cast all 3 elements of it is difficult, though. So the question is a protection plus land better than Inscription? The answer is probably not. So the choice, I think, is between Sajiri Shelter and Inscription of Insight. Blue and white are both quite good. So those seem to be the choice here. We've got 2-minute picks, which is helpful. There's enough blue in this pack that taking Inscription is not going to cut it anyway. I have played Inscription today. I did find it useful, and I did manage to call it back. I think the safe pick is Inscription for sure. Sajiri Shelter is appealing, but the power level of Inscription is much higher. So we're going to take the rare, which isn't a bad way to start the draft. And we will move on. Okay, so we've got a double face black card here, land on the back. This thing returns a creature, but Into the Royal is a great common. And nice with our blue thing already. What else do we see? Vine Gecko, great in black-green. Likes Kicker as well. Green-blue. It's green-blue. Its natural home is green-blue, actually. So, Vine Gecko might actually be the pick here. Goes well with Inscription, has decent power level, likes Kicker cards. Have to let Into the Royal go by. Ardent Electromancer is probably the best common in red. It allows double spelling very, very, very easily. I think we take Vine Gecko here. Likes Kicker, good uncommon, does some work, goes well with the card we've just picked up. These are all reasons to have it. More than Into the Royal, which is not going to wheel. Jiraga Visionary might wheel, which isn't bad. And even the Blight Blade 1/1/1, it's the snake from Theros. But we'll run with that. I think the take here is definitely Vine Gecko. Just going to turn my levels down a bit. That should be a bit less red zone. So, okay. There we go. So we'll take Vine Gecko. Can live with that. So, it does make it a 7 mana choose all. Haven't played green yet. I've only done a couple of drafts. I've been red, blue, white, red on Arena, and that's it. And I've tried some other ones out on Cockatrice. So here we've got Fireblade Charger, which likes equipment, Shadowcat, which is naturally at home in green-black, but isn't a bad card. Umara Mystic goes well with one of the 2 cards we've got. Field Research works with both. Is the only Kicker Matters card. Seagate Colossus likes Party. Again, another Expedition Healer. Prowling Felidars, not bad. So, I think here it's between Umara Mystic and Field Research. We're likely to get other draw engine cards in blue anyway. My instinct is to take Umara Mystic here. Flying is really good in this set. And we see some stuff in this pack that could wheel that helps it if we do end up red-blue. It's a good time to take a gold card, because we can, you know, if we don't get there, we can dismiss it. And in a red-blue Wizards deck, it's a great card. It's a bit early for the Colossus. It's got to be Field Research or Umara Mystic. What do we think? We'll take Umara Mystic. I think Field Research might strictly be better here, but I'm not sure. And it's still early in the set for me too. So we've got a green-white land, which works with the Gecko, but barely. Landfall Seer. So here, I think Royal Eruption is the best common. Has Kicker. Could end up Teamer if we want to splash the Gecko. This really only works in if we're going Landfall, green-white, and Gecko doesn't draw stack. Cleric's just underpowered. Will usually come in as a 4-5 for 5, which is bleh. I'm not high on the links, not really high on anything that's 1 power, given all the pinging options. So I think we take Royal Eruption here, which works with Kicker or the Wizards synergy, over Spellcraft maybe. But I think it's just straight up Royal Eruption here. Happy with that. So the draft's going 2 ways at the moment. It's going red-blue Wizards or green-blue Kicker. We'll wait and see what we get in the next pack. All right. Here we go. So, the Royal Chaser works with Wizards, but that said, is not spectacular. We may not have to fight for it if no one else is in it. Bubble Snare works in Kicker and is great removal. So I might pass the Royal Chaser here, knowing that if it goes past Hadge, it's going to go past Media, which means it's more or less wheeling. So I might get a crack at it if no one else is in Wizards. Whereas Bubble Snare works, good removal, good in Kicker, goes 2 ways. So I think I'm taking Bubble Snare here over the Royal Chaser. Mighty Marassa works in the green-blue Kicker deck as well. Cleansing Wildfire works for mana fixing, which we may want if we end up splashing the Gecko. But for now, we'll take the Bubble Snare for removal and hope Royal Chaser wheels. That may be an error, but let's try. The fact that Bubble Snare goes in green-blue and red-blue probably makes it more appealing than the red-blue rare that kind of fixes me in it. And now we have no red or blue at all. So we're going to take the card with the highest upside, which is definitely Kabira Takedown. It's a bit of a weird time to be drawing a white double land. But Takedown or Subtle Strike are the 2 best cards in this pack. Fireblade Charger is not likely to go on our deck, and none of those green cards are spectacular. I like Scale the Heights is fine. I learned the hard way, if you do target a creature and they kill it, the whole thing fizzles, which is why it says up to 1 target creature. If you target 0, you get the 2 life, the additional land, and the cantrip. But if you try and cast the creature and they remove it, you lose the lot. Youch. So scale the heights if we were strong on green, which we're not. Kabira Takedown is a great card, and the fact it's made it to pack 6 and there's so much white in my pack makes me think white may be more open at the table than it should be. So we'll take Kabira Takedown here and see what happens. White-blue party with the Colossus. Not an unreasonable place to end up, even if our first few picks wipe out. So, if we're in red blue wizards, we take Molten Blast or Field Research. If we were in blue green kicker, we take Field Research or Vastwood Fortification. Dauntless Survivor's good too. But Field Research, we missed one earlier. It works in both kicker and wizards. I think we're taking that. That might be a mistake. Vastwood Fortification may be better. But we currently only have one green card. And we think blue is more... Blue's not a lot more our colour, but it's getting there. So we'll take Field Research here. It's also an opportunity to move into white. Jerboa is signalling white's quite open. What do you think? Jerboa or Field Research or Vastwood Fortification? I'm going to take the Field Research. I'm not sure that's right. Another Bubble Snare is great. C4 Stalker's nice in the party because its unblockable feature gets easier to trigger. There's another Cleansing Wildfire, which has made it to pick 8. But I think we take Bubble Snare here. We'll need some creatures at some point. Quite heavy removal at the moment. But no, Bubble Snare's good removal. It works in kicker. I like it. So. Got a lot of miles to put in here, though. Very light on creatures. So. Thank you for the tea. We've just had a message from the chippy confirming 7 o'clock. So. Horn Beetle works with Gecko. Broken Wings is a sideboard card and we're playing best of 1. We're not running Negate. Raptor's quite nice. I think we take the Horn Beetle here. If we end up in the kicker deck, then the Gecko gains counters. We're going to get some insects to boot. And that'll prioritise some counter making if we can get there. But I think Horn Beetle's got the highest upside of this pack. So we'll take that. So my sense at the moment is we're blue with some side options. Here, I don't like Anti-Cognition in the non-mill deck. I'm not high on the Ox. Other people are higher on it. It's a bit like the Unicorn in Theros. Easier to trigger, but 5 for a 4/4 top end is a bit bleh. Since we're shaping a little more green, I think we might take the Blight Blade. And we'll go with that. I'm still open to being red-blue, but some more kicker payoff stuff would be great. We'll take the Colossus in case we end up blue-white party. Or even Green X with party having all creatures as tertiary. We'll just take the Colossus there. man. A 3/3 bear is a bit... So we might take... Oh, I don't know. It has types at least. The core warrior just gets pinged so very easily. We'll take the brute. We're not happy about it. May not run it. We might end up in a very underpowered green-blue kicker deck here. We'll take Adventure Awaits. So we've been kind of pushed into green as a colour there. But let's see how Pack 2 plays out. Really not much of a workaround here, I don't think. I think Umara Wizard is great for us. It's a creature on one side and a land on the other. We see no major kicker stuff. Rabbit Bite obviously is very nice in green. But I think a creature that's also a land is unpassable here. So we will take that. And there's also a Pack Beast. So what are we hoping wheels? Duelist, Seer, Pack Beast, Infiltrator, Bite. Some of those will, others won't. Gnarlid Colon is fine with us as well, because obviously it does work with Horn Beetle too. But Wizard's got the highest upside here. So we will gladly take the Wizard. I'm struggling to see us move into white here. But let's see how things go. The Gnarlid Colony, if it wheels, would be nice for us. Okay. So I'm still feeling we're blue, first and foremost. So Royal Mage picking something up would be nice. 20 Prosthetic just gains life. Sentinel it's kicker and it comes in with counters. Reclaim the Waste is also kicker and good for fixing. But I think Sentinel's got more upside than Waste here, and it's much better than Royal Mage, unless Royal Mage, which I have done, picks up the Inscription, which is always nice. But I think we'll take the Sentinel here. We're not going to shift into red, and if we were, we'd be playing Wizards, which neither of these are. The Cleric is totally off colour, but someone's going to end up with a nice Cleric deck, based on this pack. We don't want Fisher Wizard, so I think Skyclave Sentinel here over Reclaim the Wastes is fine. Let us quickly clip our off-color cards right now to take a look at our deck. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures, 8 creatures. Some removal, some draw. It's doing things. It's just whether or not it's doing them very well is the question. And there's no blue in the pack at all. That's grand. But we can get a Reclaim the Wastes now. There's another white land thing, which isn't shabby. A red wizard. Okay. It's not a good deck for us. It's a tough choice. We either take the Spark Mage and switch to red-blue wizards, or we take wastes, and we hope at this point, which is now a hope, pack 3 really, that something like Roost of Drakes or a big kicker payoff comes along. But yeah, it's not a great deck for a pack for us. I'm going to take the Reclaim the Waste, which is very underpowered. I just don't see taking a second white card that's also a land is going to drive me into blue-white party control. I suppose now's the time to do it. That's the thing. If we see white wide open, we've got time to pivot, although we lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our creatures, which then means we've got to pick up a lot of white creatures. But we'll take Sajiri Celta here, working on the principle. It's one of the strongest cards in the pack, and we might have to move that way. Okay, so here, the squid isn't shabby. Is on colour. There's no kicker synergy here. I think we'll take the squid here over Felidar and Ox and continue to solidify our blue, which we really want to play. We want the inscription, we want the kicker cards. So let's take the squid. Over plunder. Well, we've got a rogue and a warrior and a wizard and another warrior. So plunder can start to tick up, but the squid is good. Man, people are having some serious internet trouble today, aren't they? Let's see when people get back on. We are back. I will see if I can cut that period of downtime. So squid or plunder? I will take squid here because we're light on creatures. I want blue to be my primary colour. I think it's better than the green. So let's take squid. Relic is the... So we've got kicker payoff. So there is... It's not madness to take Skyclave Relic here, right? We've got a kicker payoff in Vine Gecko. That's it at the moment, mind. It fixes mana, so we could throw Royal Eruption in. There's not a lot else in green. There's no blue. We've got a Skyclave Sentinel already. I might I'll take the exciting rare and see if we can kick it for 6 and get a lot of mana fixing and buy some more big creatures. Which, you know, green has big creatures, so there's a possibility there. Let's take the Skyclave Relic. Let's do some fun rare drafting. Okay, another double land. Blimey. Blightblade or Deliberate fits best in our deck. So, the choice here is tough. I might take another Blightblade, accept the fact I'm looking like I'm green-blue, rather than Deliberate, and rather than another double white land thing. Yeah. Blightblade, fine. Not necessarily happy about it, but I'm doing it. Nectarpot or Root Grazer? Root Grazer works in landfall stuff, and I've got no landfall at the moment, but it's better than the next pot, and better than just about everything else in the deck. So if I can splash it, I will, but I'm going to sideboard it for now. Yeah, Root Grazer is only coming in if we put those double-faced lands in the deck, and the Relic helps. And given we have no landfall triggers, it's not doing a ton of stuff for us. Making the Squid work. So this is, I don't know, unspectacular. Zendikar works well on double-faced lands because it makes them a 4/4, which when it dies you can pick it up and then cast the spell. Strength of Solidarity is sorcery speed, which is a bit bleh, but works well with a Horn Beetle, I guess. It's better than the Spring Mantle. It's got to be between Zendikar and Solidarity. I only have one double-faced card at the moment, which makes Strength of Solidarity better. So let's take Solidarity. Not great. So it looks like the table's very much fighting over blue. Another one of these mythics. Blimey. I know it's the same one from Pick 9. Yeah, it's wheeled. We finally made the wheel. I think we take the Duelist Rogue here over Concerted Defense, which is pretty bad. Yeah. Duelist. We've got 11 creatures now, but the curve is a bit low. We don't have a ton of payoffs besides the Gecko, and we don't have that many kick spells. 1, 2, 3. 5 with the blight bubble snares. This deck is definitely a little underpowered right now. We'll take the Ascetic here. It does at least, you know, 5 for 5/4s, fine. It's a cleric. We've not got any of those yet, so it's got a type. It gains life against aggro decks. You know what? At this point, I'll take it. This one's instant sorcery and wizards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. No, 4. Oh dear, not good. I think we take the Snarecaster here over Negate. It does at least block stuff in the air, and flyers are a thing in this set. There's very little flying defense. But yes, this deck's looking a little bit low at the moment. What we really want with Sentinel, with the possibility of splashing Root Grazer, is some big old top end in green, and that would be nice. Nothing here we're likely to run, but we'll take the Ox in case something weird happens. We'll take Scorch Rider and not run it. And Rubble Fort and not run it. Pack 3. What do we got? How's this going to end? With a banger or whimper? So Legion Angel only works great if you got 2 of them. I think we take the Merfolk Falconer here. It's an air elemental with a bit of scry for kicking. Kicker payoffs. We're not really in white, however much we've tried. We're definitely in blue. And it's better than the Scythe Cap. So let's take Merfolk Falconer here. And someone who's in white, especially in clerics, with that uncommon cleric, is loving it. Okay. Let's see how pack 3 comes. Okay. Colossus. We've now got a couple of wizards, cleric warrior, a couple of rogues in the one slot. We might get Colossus cut price. Falconer is at least kind of a kicker payoff. So I think we take the Mammoth here. We finally see it. Stalker's good too. Windrobber's really great in black-blue. But the Mammoth being a 3/3 for 3 with a land on the back is too good not to give up. Some of that kicker stuff in green might wheel. Green seemed to be the colour we weren't fighting over. Blue was. But Kazundu Mammoth here is a take. Gnarlid Colony, I think. Over Squid, Deliberate, Duelist, Shield. Gnarlid's kicker. We've got some counter stuff going on. We'll take the Gnarlid Colony here, I reckon. Yeah. So that's 23 cards, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. Not a lot of combat tricks, but we've got some removal, a little bit of removal, not as much as we might like. So our upgrades are a bit of removal, maybe a bite or 2 would be nice. Maybe some bigger creatures at the top end. We remove the Skyclave Relic if we're not going to be splashing funny stuff. Mammoth likes landfall. Skyclave Pickaxe is nice here. Over another Gnarlid Colony and a Scythe Cap. Over Defense, Negate and Deliberate. We'll take the Pickaxe here. And now the question is it worth trying to splash for the Root Grazer with Skyclave Relic? And some white double face lands. Probably not yet. We will take the Living Tempest here. Flash Flyers, fine. Plunder is decent draw. Field Research is good and works with our kicker synergy. It's between Tempest and Field Research, I guess. We currently have a Field Research. What do we think? Field Research or Living Tempest? Let's take Living Tempest. Okay. Whenever a creature Becomes a target, create a 1/1. Oh, yeah, okay, so that works well with our counter synergy for sure. I think that works fine. Yep, it does stuff in our deck for sure. Let's take it. And now start thinking about removal. We're going to cut Adventure Awaits. We're going to cut the Relic for now to get down to 23 cards, but we're probably going to cut some of our 1-drops. Well, that is a kicker payoff, and it's ramp, and it's in our colour, so we've got to take it over the horn beetle here. I'm fine with that. That's fine. Oh, Kazindu's good too, eh? But no, we'll take Lol Mage's Familiar here. It's golden, it's on brand. We could take another Colossus. We don't need a third Blight Blade. We're now not likely to be running the white. Let's take Colossus. The question is what we're cutting now. We'll cut one Blight Blade. We'll keep the Duelist for surprise combat stuff. We need some 2-drop creatures. 7 creatures in the 1/2. We'll have a size cat we're not playing here. And we could cut the Brute. The Brute's not doing a lot for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, blimey, 18 creatures. Heavy creature count. But Colossus, we've got clerics, wizards, rogues. We now don't have any warriors because I've cut the vanilla 3/3. We're definitely taking Seafloor Stalker here. That wheeling is nice for us. And we want to make room for it. We'll cut the Snarecaster. We will take Dauntless Survivor here for the counter synergy, and we will definitely run him. So I think we're going to cut the Duelist now. Or are we going to... We'll keep the Duelist and cut the Blight Blade. So we've got limited kicker payoff, but we've got... We're not going to run the gate. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got enough kicker cards to make kicker payoffs a thing. We don't have a lot of wizard stuff for Umara to fly, but it is another land. We're not going to run Strength of Solidarity, even though we've got some counter payoff. I think we're going to have to live with this. This is a not very good green-blue kicker deck with a little bit of ramp. Do we try and get Skyclave Relic in as well? Is the question. If so, what do we cut for it? Scale's not a bad card to have in the deck right at the last. So if we cut, what do we cut? Oh, we don't need to cut, of course, because we have 2 double face cards. So adding 16 lands to make 40 is eminently reasonable. Do we put the Relic in? We've got Lull Mage for ramp. What would we cut? I like Pickaxe, I think. Could cut the Nexapop. But 1/3's got a bit of a butt. A little bit of a butt. We want Horn Beetle. Yeah, I like Ascetic. We got so 7, 1 and 2 drops. That's fine. I think we want scale in now. Now we've got a bit of counter stuff going on. Because Horn Beetle likes counters and Swarm likes counters to some extent. Scale does a lot and does Landfall as well. I think we don't need ramp. So let's do that. Export to Arena. Okay. I will stop recording there. Feedback on the draft and build is welcome. And I'll start recording again when it's my turn to play.